I'm like, oh, no, you got to get it on your own.
It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Herbert to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Third and 2, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And we see the emphasis early here, get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. The Bengals had 7-4 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow!
Knocked him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again on 2nd down. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. Touchdown, LA! Isaiah McKenzie, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Chargers 7, Bengals 9.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Finding space at the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Whoa!
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers 35-yard line.
Here we go. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Gun. Stop.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Here, we just got to do ball control. This is the NFL. 70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly, and now first and goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and it blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Man open, and it's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Second down at 4. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, and that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanket in the passing lanes.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. And Gay knocks this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Play action. It's Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey, we got to go score.
This time they stay on the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
11 mighty. Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From the 27, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards.
Gotta go.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Second and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Open man is Chase, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to him on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Herbert. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Justin Herbert scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. If they got you the football, gave you a great opportunity, you got to cash in and get some points.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble lost.
And 0 excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Burrow's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
22 yards there, a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
12, 12, 12.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
Stop.
Burrow will throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 2 on the play there, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Ready, ready.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 60 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I would kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
11, 11, 11.
A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it go again. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play. Getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle.
Yeah.